Namaskar everyone. My name is Rajendra Thapa and I am physics faculty teaching plus 2 at Katmang World School and A level at NAMI. Today I am going to present on the preliminary report entitled Assessment of Effectiveness of Virtual Simulation for Tutoring Introductory Level Physics based on the syllabus of Nepal Education Board. I would like to overview my talk with the abstract. For past 2 years, I have incorporated PhET simulation in guiding high school students, both plus two syllabus based on NEB and A level based on the syllabus of Cambridge International Examination. Today in this talk, I will discuss the discrepancy in the effectiveness of PhET on these two syllabus with some supporting evidences. In addition to it, I will try to cover how teachers in Nepal can use virtual simulations in guiding students non-introductory level physics effectively. So as a methodology, I developed a questionnaire which consists of 10 questions, and all these 10 questions were categorized in three categorization. The first categorization was to find out how effective is PhET simulation for high school students in learning physics in session guided by tutor, just like classroom settings. Uh, the second categorization was how often do high school students refer PhET simulations for self-understanding of physics based on the syllabus. And the third categorization was how effective is PhET simulation in preparing for the physics exam. And in the context where only few high school students and teachers know about PhET simulations, I just posted a question so that I can find out how likely do these students recommend PhET simulations to be widely known for the high school students studying physics in Nepal. So as a summary of all these responses, we come onto this chart. As you can see on this chart, the responses of strongly agree and agree was higher in comparison to strongly disagree and disagree for plus two students. And the same was seen here for A-level students as well. In addition to that, what we find is the strongly agree response for question number 10 and question number 1 contribute highly, uh, and then for the response agree, the response of agree from question number 9 and question number 2 play a high role here, as you can see from the chart. Similarly, in A level, for the response of strongly agree, the response for question number 10 and question number 2 had a uh, high role. Similarly, if you have to pick two responses that play a high role in this agree category, we find the responses from question number 9 and the response from question number 1. So in both plus 2 and A level, if we find the responses to question number 10, question number 9, uh, and then question number 2 and question number 1 was higher. Now, what are these questions 1, 2, 9, and 10? So by seeing at this data, what you find is that both A-level and plus two students uh, agree or strongly agree that they enjoy the physics classroom incorporated with PhET simulations. They strongly agree that PhET simulations help them clarify the basic concept in physics. They agree or strongly agree that PhET simulations have increased their confidence in explaining difficult concepts related to physics to their friends. And then they strongly agree that they wish every high school students who are studying physics should know about PhET simulations. So from this data, what you can conclude is the PhET simulation is highly effective in tutoring plus two as well as A-level students. But while we come on to that conclusion, we have completely neglected the responses related to neutral. And then if we see both in plus two and A level, the response related to, or the neutral response uh, uh, is coming from all the questions. So from all the 10 questions, we find the response neutral is contributing to this neutral category. Uh, so in this context, we don't think that we can ignore this category. So if you don't ignore this category, and if somehow the responses that were neutral is converted into disagree and strongly disagree, then that's a real problem. So what you find here is if this neutral somehow change to disagree and strongly disagree, then about 1/3 of plus 2 students do not find faith simulation effective. Similarly, if this neutral category comes on to disagree and strongly disagree, about 1/4 of A-level students do not find the faith simulation effective. In other words, in a group of 37 students, around 12 students studying plus 2 and around 9 students studying A-level find faith simulation ineffective. Uh, and uh, and and here, if you see here, there is the higher chances of the responses neutral to become disagree and strongly disagree in plus 2 compared to A-level. Why? Because if you see the column here, the chart here, we see only there is the response of disagree regarding to question number 6, and the question number 6 is, I would like to use faith simulation for doing physics assignment, and it's not a concern. The concern is really here. Here in this disagree category, if you see, the response to question number 7 and question number 8 has played a vital role, or we can see the peak in this disagree column is because of the response of question number 7 and question number 8. And if you see here, question number 7 says that faith simulations help me in making exam preparatory notes for physics. And question number 8 suggests that I recommend faith simulations to my friends for exam preparation in physics. So seeing this chart, what you can say is that majority of the students who disagree on the fact that the faith simulations are not effective for their exam preparation. And with the fact that high school students, majority of the high school students are motivated to study physics in order to score good marks in their exam. And if faith simulation are not, if faith simulation is not helping them to prepare for the exam, then there is a question of the effectiveness of faith simulation. And then as you can see here, there is no any disagreement in the exam preparation. So what we can conclude is that the effectiveness of faith simulations in tutoring plus 2 students is much more questionable compared to A-level students, unless we can convince the students, or unless we can show students that faith simulation is equally effective in exam preparation. So this comes on to my final slide. The final slide is, how can a teacher use faith simulations in guiding students learn introductory high school physics effectively? Or to phrase it, how can we show that faith simulation is highly effective for exam preparation? For that one, I'd like to one of the simulation, and this simulation is related to photoelectric effect. Now I would like to show how we can explain to student that faith simulation is highly essential or is highly effective for the exam preparation. In grade 12, if you happen to see the exam format, there are 3 types of question. One is numerical problem, the another is short answer question, and another is long answer question. Now, how can faith simulation help them in solving numerical problems? So one of the numerical problem is the electromagnetic radiation of wavelength 149 nanometer falls on the sodium metal of work function 2 electron volt. Now we're asked to find out the maximum kinetic energy and the speed of the electron. So in order to solve the numerical problem, we can show students that this faith simulation will help them to visualize the problem. So if students can visualize the numerical problems, it will be very much easier to solve the numerical problems. So this is how we can show that the faith simulation help them in solving numerical sort of problems. Second is short questions, short type of questions, just like what happens if we double the intensity if we double the intensity of this radiation, what happens to the kinetic energy? So we can tell them, or we can inform them how we can solve this question. Just like by doubling, it was 33%. Now if I made it as 66%, then what variation do they see in the kinetic energy of this electron? So we can show how this can help them to solve short questions. Similarly, in order to solve a long question, the long question deals with the define photoelectric effect and derive an expression for it. So if we give the students assignment, or if we ask them to present the presentation on the photoelectric effect dealt with this, or looking at this FIT simulation, then they can find the importance of solving long answer questions also. So if we can help students explore the benefit of FIT simulations in exam preparation, then it will be highly effective for learning high school physics based on Nepal Education Board, or else it is questionable. The effectiveness of the FIT simulation is questionable, and it is much more strongly questionable compared to A level. Thank you so much.